November 30th, 1948. Somerton Beach, Adelaide, Australia. A well-dressed man is found dead on the sand. No wallet, no ID, no cause of death found in the autopsy. Nobody claims the body. Nobody reports him missing. Nobody can identify him. In his trouser pocket, hidden inside a small secret fob pocket that had been sewn shut, investigators find a scrap of paper torn from a book. On the paper, two words in Farsi, Tamam Shud. It means ended or finished. They trace the book the scrap came from. Inside the back cover, a phone number and a short sequence of letters that appears to be an encrypted message. The message has never been decoded. The man has never been identified. For 75 years, he lay in an Adelaide cemetery with the name on his grave simply, the Unknown Man. On the morning of November 30th, 1948, a man was found lying on his back on Somerton Beach, propped against a seawall. He was well-dressed, a brown double-breasted suit, a white shirt, a red and blue striped tie, polished shoes. He appeared to be in his 40s. He appeared to be asleep. He was dead. The autopsy revealed no clear cause of death, no trauma, no poison identified with the toxicological tools available in 1948. The pathologist noted that the man's blood was not quite right, but the analysis available at the time couldn't identify a specific agent. The pathologist privately suspected poisoning with an exotic substance. The investigation. Every avenue was exhausted. The man's fingerprints were checked against British, American, and Australian databases. No match. His dental records were compared against missing persons files. No match. All the labels had been removed from his clothing. Not just some, all of them. Every single manufacturer's tag, every laundry mark, every identifier that could link the clothing to a place of purchase or a laundry service had been deliberately cut out. This was not an accident. Someone had deliberately removed all identifying information from this man's clothes before he died or was found. The book and the cipher. Inside a fob pocket sewn into the man's trousers, a pocket so small it was almost impossible to see, investigators found a tiny scrap of paper. It had been torn from a book. On it, Tamam Shud, a phrase from the final page of a collection of Persian poetry called the Rubáiyát of Omar Khayyám. Investigators searched for the specific copy the scrap came from. Through an extraordinary series of inquiries, they found it. A copy of the Rubáiyát had been thrown onto the back seat of an unlocked car parked near the beach around the time of the death. In the back of the book, in pencil, someone had written a local phone number, 5 lines of uppercase letters that appeared to be a cipher. The phone number connected to a woman whose identity was kept secret by investigators at her request. She was a nurse. She denied knowing the man. She was visibly agitated when she heard about the case. Investigators believed she was lying. The encrypted message written in the back of the book has been examined by cryptographers, intelligence agencies, and amateur codebreakers for over 70 years. It has never been decoded. Some analysts believe it's a one-time pad, a cipher requiring a specific key that was never found. Others believe it is simply nonsense. The DNA breakthrough. In 2022, a genealogical DNA analysis was conducted using DNA extracted from hair found on a death mask created at the time of the man's death. The analysis suggested the Somerton man likely had parents of Irish and English descent and had relatives in Australia, possibly in Melbourne. In 2023, researchers announced they had identified a probable candidate for the Somerton man, Carl Charles Webb, a Melbourne electrical engineer and instrument maker who had been living an unusual life. He had left his wife, who had remarried without divorcing him, and had largely disappeared from record. The identification has not been officially confirmed. Webb's connection to the cipher, to the book, to the nurse, and to the circumstances of his death remains unexplained. The Somerton man was exhumed in 2021 to assist with the DNA investigation. He was reburied after sample collection. He may now have a name. The cause of his death is still unknown. The cipher has never been read. A man on a beach, every label cut from his clothes, a secret pocket, a scrap of paper that says finished, a coded message nobody can read. 75 years, maybe a name now, still no answer. Subscribe to WhisprFrame. If you've ever looked at the Tamam Shud cipher, drop what you think it says.